What does it mean to be enlightened? It means that you have dissolved the perceived boundaries between the physical and the spiritual. You become one with everything. You look at the physical environment around you and you see it as pure consciousness. You see no difference between yourself and the things around you. You see it all as you. You understand that a tree is made of the same substance as a table, a door, a piece of fruit, an animal, or a person. It's all made of consciousness. You no longer perceive separation, or at least it no longer has power over you. You are able to maintain a connection with somebody even if they're no longer in your physical presence. You begin to understand that everything is within you at all times. Every person, every place can be felt and accessed at will. Things no longer feel far away or separate from you. You begin to see the idea of loss through a different lens. So how does one know if they're enlightened? Well, the answer is you just know. An enlightened person does not ask, "Am I enlightened?" The enlightened person already knows. This level of consciousness drastically alters the way a person views everything, including death. From a lower level of consciousness, the death of a loved one is one of the most painful things a person can experience. From this level, one sees this death as a total and complete separation, thinking that they will never be able to see or speak to or hear from their loved one again. But this assumes the person's whole life is in the body, that their essence is contained in the physical and only the physical. When a person becomes enlightened, they begin to understand that death is simply not real. There is a transition of the physical body into the spiritual. However, the essence of the person themselves doesn't actually go anywhere. It never leaves your consciousness. For example, let's imagine that you're sitting next to a close friend. You close your eyes and you can no longer see your friend. How do you feel after you've closed your eyes? Do you feel as though your friend is gone? No, because everything that connects you to this friend is within you at all times. The connection, the energy, the memories, their presence, and you begin to understand that this person is not limited to their physical body. It's the essence of them that is what you connect with. It's the true them. Because everything is consciousness, we can never lose anything. Because consciousness is never ending. It is eternal. Everything is alive inside of you. You are able to connect to anyone you want to at any given moment, whether they are physically with you or not. You learn to connect to the feeling that person or pet gives you regardless of whether they are with you or not. You begin to understand that their essence never truly left. It's only the illusion of their physical body that has left. Once we learn to stop placing all of our emphasis on the 3D world, the idea of separation ceases. You are able to then tap into the energy of someone because you are not having their existence depend entirely on their physical presence. You may argue that you can't talk to them anymore and hear them talk back, but all you're really wanting in that moment is to connect with them. You may want to hear their voice, but their voice is not them. It's a representation of them. You can still connect to that person in that moment and at any moment. They are still there, they have not gone anywhere, they haven't even died. They have simply transitioned into a different form. They are always with you in consciousness. If you are conscious of them, they are with you in that moment. Whatever joy they brought to your life, understand that this joy can still be accessed at any given time. We attribute that to their physical presence. However, all the physical presence really is a representation within consciousness of that person. So if the physical body disappears, we are still able to access the feelings that being around that person provided us by understanding it's only the image of them that has changed as represented by consciousness, not the true essence of that person. So if you want to talk to someone, then talk to them. If you want them to talk back to you, you can ask for a sign, but you don't even need to do that, because you can learn to hear them speak to you at any time by simply feeling into the energy of that person. And eventually, the importance of physical touch, words, and visual confirmation will cease. You'll begin to be able to feel them around you all of the time. In fact, you may even begin to feel closer to them, as you can no longer be separated by the physical, because now you are closer to them than ever, energetically. Once all of the emphasis and importance on the physical is removed, then death can no longer hurt us. We understand that the physical body of a person or animal is merely an illusion. It's an image projected out from consciousness, but it comes from consciousness and it dissolves back into consciousness. But the whole of them is not contained in that image. It's not confined to that image. The way that you feel when you're around them is not caused by their physical body. Those feelings that you feel are coming from within you. They're coming from awareness. Those feelings are still there once a person's body dies. It's just that you cannot see it because you are viewing them as their physical body. But when you change the way you view a body, which again is a representation of energy within consciousness, then you stop placing all of the importance on the physical. You understand that it is not them, that is an illusion, and that you can never really lose anything. Things are merely changing shape and form, but it's never gone from awareness. And awareness is all that exists. It's all there is. Nothing can be taken from us with this understanding. It is only the meaning we assign to the things appearing in consciousness that hurts us, and what we perceive to be true.